Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this live. I'm Dr. Partha Nandi, and today we're talking about an important topic, in my opinion. LED lights are everywhere, and could they actually be damaging your eyes or disturbing your sleep? And so, I just want to talk to you about it. Because lots of people have LED lights, in their work. Sometimes I was talking to our director a little while ago, and he was surprised by this information that LED lights, people like it. It doesn't get as hot when you're working in the environment. It's cleaner energy, etc. So I think people really like it that you're actually using this, but it could it have some damaging effects? So I'll get right into it. That we now know that there may be possible repercussions, right? So a French agency, a health agency in France, rather, is warning that LED lights can disrupt your sleep, but also damage your eyes. People thought that maybe it can damage your sleep, but now it could also be something that could damage your eyes. So what's going on? So this new report comes from an organization called ANES, ANES, the French agency that looks at food, environmental, and occupational health and safety. So what they recommended or found is that the phototoxic effects of short-term exposure to high-intensity blue light. So now phototoxicity means that when the eyes or skin have become very sensitive to light. And ANSES, the agency ANSES, found that exposure for a long time to lower intensity sources can really damage the retina. And for those of you who don't know, that's the retina is the part, the back of your eye that takes the light, processes it, and puts it back there so you can see. So it looks like, that this could actually damage your retina. Now, this increases, remember, this can increase your risk of age-related macular degenerations. A lot of people may know their relatives may have had blindness from macular degeneration. It can really affect your eyes. As for sleep, blue light actually can disturb your sleep. We know that it can actually mess with your natural sleep rhythms because, when you have blue light exposure can lead to suppressing something called melatonin, the hormone melatonin, which we all need to help us do what? To sleep. And macular degeneration is no joke, because I've had relatives of mine that have actually suffered from it and have had major problems. And there's not great treatment. They're trying, but there's not great treatment for this. So it's really an important thing, because these LED lights are ubiquitous, they're all over the place. So age-related macular degenerations, we know, is an eye condition that can lead to vision loss, especially folks who are 50 and older. And so it happens that because of the damage to a small area of the retina, that's why it's a big deal. That's the area that's responsible for the sharp vision, the details. And so the area, that fancy term called the macula. And unfortunately, there's no known cure for macular degenerations. And people treat it, of course, but there's not really a cure for it. So now older adults are not the only ones who should be concerned. Kids, children who cannot fully filter blue light, also because your eyes are developing, very important. So they need to be extra careful to the potential harms of blue light. So we're talking about LED lights for those of you who joined us. And LED lights can, we know that perhaps it can disrupt sleep, but now we're talking about, could it actually worsen or cause macular degeneration? Is there some studies now? The French agency ANSES, ANSES, is talking about how there's scientific evidence of phototoxic effects, the effects of light on the eyes, and looks like it could increase your risk of age-related macular degeneration. Very important. Now, blue light sunglasses, a lot of people have these little, kind of yellow glasses, and what's going on with those. Now, a study back in 2017 showed that there was not enough high-quality evidence to support their use. So I would say my recommendations that I would not go out and get this. This report also said that, that blue light screens, sunglasses, and filters have not been yet proven. So I don't want to have you guys go spend some money. But for the most part, sunglasses are really there to block out ultraviolet light. So anything with a yellow tint could possibly also lower the amount of blue light that you're getting. And I would suggest that you limit your use of white and cold light, what happens is that this type of light was more harmful. And you can use warm white light, and warm white LED lighting was found to be better and less phototoxicity. So just trying to give you some tools. There's so many things out there, so many modern gadgets, and now it's this is now, you want people to look at what LED lights could do to you. In our community, they're thinking about putting in more LED lights, so it's really important. A study all the way from France, but it could really be applicable to our lives here. So remember, again, to me, do your best and try to avoid it, especially if you're older, 50 and above, that you're increased risk for macular degeneration. But also for those of you who are kids, also that could be something that is useful. That could be useful for kids because they can't filter blue light appropriately. And so that could be a difficulty as well. So really important to talk about kids as well as older adults increasing macular degeneration. As more research and more evidence comes out, we'll let you know for sure what the evidence is and what we could do to prevent this stuff. But in general, really stay tuned, and we'll let you know as more evidence comes in. So thank you again for joining me on this live. Really important to know the facts so you can do better. As I say, if you don't know any better, you can't do better, right? So remember, make healthy living a part of every day. Namaste, and I will talk to you real soon. Take care now.